Welcome back to Red Dead. I just got in a canoe for the first time to go on this collection mission, I guess, quest, if you will. And I'm checking out the animations because I used to spend a lot of time in canoes. I loved paddling around in canoes. And it's pretty good. The only issue that I really see, the animation's good and the mechanics are actually pretty good. And I don't know that it would be easy to make this more realistic in a game, but one thing is, if you back paddle really hard, you will turn the canoe. Basically, you're always turning the canoe. So in the game, they've got it kind of right where you switch sides to turn, but then you just paddle on one side to go straight. And in reality, your canoe is constantly turning, so you have to switch back and forth. If you're by yourself, even in the center of a canoe, um, you're going to have to switch back and forth to keep it going straight. So anyway, that's not a knock on the game. You know, they do the best they can, and in this case, I think the animations are really good. But like right there, when you back paddle, if you're going forward and you back paddle, it really digs down that side of the canoe, and you will change direction. One thing I used to do is I'd sit at the back of the canoe by myself, so the other end was sticking way up out of the water, and I'd get going really fast, and then back paddle really hard, and it would do like a 180 in the water. It's kind of stupid. I'd fill up the back with water. But yeah, like the movement of the arms and the shoulder and all the arm joints and stuff is pretty good. That looks pretty realistic. So I'm kind of happy with it. I just this is kind of fun, and I hadn't been in a boat yet in this game. So one thing I am a little bit disappointed with is it's kind of cool. You can see fish out in the water, and I really like that because this is something I used to do in real life. Not so much anymore, but I'd take a canoe out and try to paddle around over fish, and I'd fish a little bit from the canoe in my parents' pond and stuff like that. But you can't fish from the canoes. At least I haven't figured out how. I'm wondering if maybe you could like stand up in the canoe and fish, but I can't. You know, if I'm actually in the canoe, I can't access my fishing pole. That's a little bit of a bummer. It'd be fun to fish out here, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal in the game. But it's cool. The water looks good. The fish look good. The canoe looks good. It's kind of cool. So if you've ever been in a canoe with like somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, it gets really frustrating. If there's two of you and you know what you're doing, like it's really nice because you just each paddle on a different side of the canoe and you go pretty much straight. Um, but when somebody doesn't know what they're doing, they like don't paddle at the right cadence, or they stop paddling, or they switch sides randomly, and you're always having to switch to keep up, um, and things like that. But oh, and there's also, this is something I meant to talk about a minute ago. There's also a way you can paddle where you kind of make a C shape with the paddle, and it can help you go straight. I'm not very good at it. I still have to switch sides a lot, but I've been told that it works for some people, or at least helps you go a little bit straighter. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, like being in a canoe with somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing can get very frustrating, especially if they won't listen um, to instruction. But then one last thing before you go: has anybody ever shot holes in a boat until it sank? Because I have to admit that I have in real life shot a boat until it sank. So kind of want to see. This seems to be filling up with water. Nice. That's a fun detail. That is a fun detail right there. I'm actually really happy that they made the canoe sink. Well done, Rockstar. Rockstar really angers me with some of the stuff that they allow in the game and leave in the game. But in this case, I'm really happy with that. So happy. I'm going to jump off a cliff. All right. Well, that is about it. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope that this was somewhat informative, if not fun. And you guys take care.